Hey y'all, I'm Jonny Wanzer, and I'm on the beautiful streets of Burlington to answer the divisive question plaguing this town right now. Is crime up or is it down? And who better to ask than the rich old folks at the Jazz Fest? Let's go. Do you think crime is up or down?
Up. Down. I think it's the same.
I have no idea.
I think crime everywhere is up.
Depends on where.
What makes you say that the crime is up?
Because there's something on the news every day. I only come out with my dog when it's light out. I don't come out when it's dark out. Church Street isn't a safe place to be late at night after it's dark out.
Have you experienced any dangers here?
No.
Do you think crime is up or down?
Down.
Why do you think that?
Lack of, different businesses, the homeless rate, crime.
And that's why it's down?
I'd say so, yeah.
Perfect. I feel like I'm discovering jazz right now. What makes you think it's up here specifically?
I think people are frustrated after being locked down for a long time. They feel frustrated and they are taking it up on people. And poverty a little bit, but more of frustration than poverty.
Do you know what the fuck's going on with Ray Seafood on North Street?
No! What is the fuck going on with Ray Seafood on North Street? Oh, I noticed it for the first time the other day. That's about it, though.
What the fuck is going on with Ray Seafood on North Street?
Dude, what is going? It's definitely a front. It's definitely a front.
No one goes in and out of there.
I've never been in. I've been a little too nervous to step foot in there.
Seems like they closed down.
You think it's a front?
Yeah. I don't know what for. I'm very curious.
This is my side quest right now. I'm trying to figure out what they do.
Please find it out. Yeah, we'd appreciate it.
It doesn't look like there's any restaurant seating in there.
Huh. Maybe that's the center of all the crime.
Do you think crime is up or down in Burlington right now?
Depends on where. My friend goes to UVM and she had the catalytic converter stolen out of her car.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say at least around that area, definitely for sure.
Do you think crime is up or down in Burlington?
Oh, definitely up for sure.
I just think it's a general thinking that crime is going down. There's things happening because there's more reporting about it. It's just bringing more light to what's already happening, and I feel like it's just showing that it's increasing.
And nothing be done to solve the problem, really.
There's nothing being done about it. It's just showing that it's happening.
Do you mind if I ask you a question from my YouTube channel?
I know you are, but I'm all right. Thanks.
Okay, no worries. Fuck, people know who I am. This sucks.
It's Jonny Wanzer.
That's me. Do you think Burlington crime is up or down?
I think it's up. People are stealing catalytic converters. Do you hear about that?
I did hear about that.
I'm worried about my truck. Although I don't know if I have one or not.
What the hell's going on with Ray Seafood?
I don't know.
There's always like 7 trucks out front.
I know. I used to live over on Ward Street, so I'm quite familiar with that, yeah.
I live right next to Ray Seafood. And I went in there last summer. I was trying to buy like perch. I walked in there. It didn't resemble a store at all. There was no one there. And I walked in the back and there was these 2 dudes just like scaling fish. And I was like, do you guys sell like perch? And they looked at me like I was out of my fucking mind. They were like, what are you talking about? And so they went and like rooted around in like the walk-in fridge for like 10 minutes. Came out with this bag of like fish fillets. They were like, yeah, we found one back there. I'm like, all right, so I bought it. And it stunk up my whole kitchen, but it was good. But yeah, that place is the front for sure.
I'm all about perch and walleye. Perch.
I'm discovering jazz.
What kind of ice cream is that?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Good choice.
I'm trying to discover jazz today. Do you think crime is up or down?
I think it's the same.
You think it's the same? Why do you think that?
Numbers.
Numbers. Where are you getting your numbers from?
You.
From me?
Well, I follow your posts. I think it seems worse because the crimes are more severe, but I don't think it is. That's why they're not responding to things like breaking in cars and things like that, and then it makes it seem like it's a lot worse, but it's just because they're not doing as much. You just didn't hear about shootings. It wasn't a thing. And if it did, you just didn't hear about it, you know? Ever had your car broken into?
Yeah, but I lived in the college ghetto. You kind of expect that shit.
I mean, that's why I'm saying it's the same.
Do you think crime is up or down in Burlington?
I'm not seeing it so much, but I hear about it on like Facebook and stuff.
Do you think the convenience of social media is making it more prominent in people's perspective?
I think that it's making more people aware rather than having to do your research. It kind of throws it in your face.
I'm not super worried. I think if people steal, it's probably because they need it more than the person they're stealing from, for the most part.
Never personally experienced any kind of break-in at my apartment, so.
I haven't had anything particularly valuable taken from me, but who knows? I'll probably feel differently when like my car's gone or something, you know. For now, you know, I'm not too worried about it.
Do you live in Burlington?
No.
Do you live in Vermont? Anywhere around here? Okay, this is not gonna work. I think my logic was failed, you know, because asking rich white folk at Jazz Fest, they're not from Burlington, so. Do. What the fuck's going on with Ray Seafood?
I don't know. I've walked by. I've never seen anyone there.
Front for the mob? Question mark.
Maybe it's some sort of front for, I don't know, someone important.
So my family migrated here in 1999. They used to be our neighbors. We literally used to live in the apartment right next to them, and all I can say is they're racist as fuck. In my experience.
I used to live on Front Street, which is like right around the corner.
And it's a front?
Yeah, it's definitely a front.
You've heard it here first. Do you think Burlington crime is up or down right now?
Feels like it's up with all the shootings, maybe. I just found out that my neighbor died. I don't know if that was related to crime, though.
I haven't been paying attention, but it feels like it's up.
Why does it feel like it's up?
Because it's always up.
Because it's always up. And why do you think it's up?
The media.
I have no idea.
I have not noticed really any change. Not really in a way that's been problematic in my life, I guess. And I've lived around here forever.
What's the best pizza in town?
3 Needs.
Hands down. What's the best bar in town?
We're sitting at it, my friend.
Yep. What the fuck's going on with Ray Seafood?
That's a good fucking question. Shitty graffiti.
I have never known Ray's Seafood over there on North Street to ever be open. And I've lived in Burlington since '96. It's gotta be a clan of some morality or another.
What the fuck's going on with Ray's Seafood on North Street?
Redacted.
You should pop an image right on screen right now because I have no idea what he's talking about, to be honest.
All right, it's popped.
Okay.
I popped it on the. It's right there.
popped.
Editor Jonny, it's right there. Oh, I got you, interviewer me. 1 sec. Thank you.
That's so janky.
Thank you, me. No problem, me.
Look at Ray's Seafood.
No, it looks great. Do you think crime is up or down in Burlington right now?
If I had to guess, petty crime is up, but like violent crime is not.
What makes you say that?
At the exact moment, because students are gone, and I know a lot of students are involved in like sexual crime, so I think with a lot of them gone, maybe it's more just petty crime.
Do you think Burlington crime is up or down?
Neutral. Like I've lived here since 2016 and it's always been kind of shady. I feel like maybe people are paying more attention to it now, or maybe it's more like in their face, but I feel like it's always been kind of like this.
You think it's up all over the country?
I was living in Montana for 6 months and that was like a warning. It was like, don't park at trailheads because you'll come back to your car after a long hike and your catalytic converter will be gone.
Big catalytic converter thing going on right now.
I think it's up. I feel like with the bus station, you can come here from Boston, New York City, and Montreal on the daily. I also feel like we're in a pandemic, and there's the richy rich that make all their money, and it's hard for a regular person to get themselves a house or a place to live. There's people that come from outside that want to buy what sits here in town, so it's a lot harder in my mind for the regular person to get a job. When you take away the mall, what was that, 200 jobs right there? Now we got the Weinberg hole pit.
Do you mind if I ask you a question from my YouTube channel? Okay, no worries. I didn't anticipate all the people saying no. I feel really fucking dejected right now.
They're stealing cheese from meth that happened in southern Vermont last summer. They're stealing cheese because they have meth debts.
Meth debts?
Meth debts.
Okay, you heard it here.
It's real. It happens.
Okay.
I had some cheese stolen from me. They robbed our cave.
You have a cheese cave?
2 wheels of cheese. They weren't even like fully like aged yet, so it was worth practically nothing. Robbed last spring too in Burlington. I've been robbed twice. I mean the cheese was plenty of cheese to be made. But last spring I was robbed in the Old North End. We left our back door open, so you know. So I definitely see some more crime.
They're stealing pictures from the OP too.
Yeah, no more pictures at OP.
Yeah.
We lost our privileges.
What the fuck is going on?
They're back though. The pictures are back. Fear not.
Who the fuck would steal a plastic pitcher?
College kids, probably.
Apparently, that's what they said. It was college kids. Yeah. But what are they doing with them?
Probably hanging them on the wall with the street signs that they also steal too. Oh, and the 30 rack boxes that they decorate their houses with too.
Well, that's the ultimate poster. It's a natty light.
Probably doing dissertations while they're at it.
These are our future leaders and dreamers.
Thank you, Jonny Wanzer.
We've been talking about the Burlington Mafia. They're real and they're out here.
What do you know about the Burlington Mafia?
No, they're making people sleep in the lake. You know what I mean?
Cheese thefts are up. Pitcher thefts are up. No one knows what's going on with Ray Seafood. I'm a tourist in my own town. Discover jazz. Discovering jazz. Woo! Discovering jazz. I don't know my dad. Discovering jazz. Do you think Burlington crime is up or down?
I'm not really sure. I feel like people are reacting to it maybe more. I haven't really been paying that much attention, to be honest.
I'm gonna say I think it's about the same.
Why do you think so?
I don't know. There you go.
Crime's up. I found it. Crime's up. We're seeing it now. Do you think Burlington crime is up or down right now?
I'd say up. It's more publicized for sure. There's bigger optics. And I don't know, I live in the north end and it's definitely a little more lively. There's a little crack down at the end of my street, so I've seen a lot.
Have you masturbated today?
No.
Are you gonna?
No, I don't think so.
It's masturbation skip day. Sometimes you gotta have your penis reset.
Maybe later in the week. Yeah.
Okay, sick. I've yet to see any jazz. This is not jazz. This is like funk. I'm gonna interview people at the waterfront. Gonna ask people if Ray Seafood is the fucking front. What the hell's going on with Ray Seafood on North Street?
I have no idea. I lived right across from there for like a year through the beginning of the pandemic. I saw like not a single person going in or out. Kind of sketchy.
We're trying to discover what's up there, and we're also trying to discover jazz too.
Discover jazz.
What the fuck is going on with Ray Seafood?
Dude. Well, I've always tried to go there. I've tried a couple times. I've heard that it's a front. They're never open. I feel like they only sell like tackle or like bait, but I don't know.
Can you do a kickflip?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got one for us? So as you can see, the general consensus on this subject, it's all over the fucking place. But I think the discourse itself is just as interesting as the question. I've discovered many different things can affect your perspective on an issue like this, such as information sources like the news, the prevalence of social media use the past several years, social economic status, political affiliation, distrust and biased media or the media in general, your gender, your ethnicity, your proximity to the issue, or just your natural human insecurities. But tune in next episode as I finally answer the question, is Burlington crime up or down? But there's one thing that we can all align on. What the fuck's going on with Ray Seafood? Maybe I'll go in. No, I'll save it for next episode. I'm going. It's closed. I'm discovering jazz. I found it.